said, you ain't have a fight in recent times. You really not ready for this work. She said, it's natural. She don't have to. I even like talking about fighting. Sometimes people be needing hands put on them. And I love boxing. It's one of my favorite sports.
It appears that Remy Ma is doing a pretty good job of monitoring Papo and his new relationship with this new butane Clarissa Shield. Remy and Clarissa have made it clear that they despise one another, and they even got into a heated argument on social media a few months ago. If there's one thing Remy Ma is going to do, it's to dump him for someone who says they don't give a damn about what he's been up to. After being dog-walked by his new girlfriend, we assumed that Remy would be the one to end his relationship with Papoose. However, it appears that she is still infatuated with him. Rumor has it that Papoose is planning to pop the question to Clarissa at any moment, but Remy is not taking it well as she just broke up with him again. The drama between Remy Ma and Papoose is still shaking fans, especially since they were one of the strongest couples in hip-hop. If anyone was going to survive anything, it seemed to be them. However, now that we have accusations of cheating on both sides and dev accusations from Remy, it's like, how did we get here? Remy was imprisoned in 2008 for shooting someone, and word has it that that was the end of their relationship. However, Papoose remained by her side despite everything, and they even got married while she was. In spite of Remy Ma's more than 6 years in prison, Papoose never faltered and maintained his loyalty without cheating, rumors, scandals, or anything shady. Fans couldn't help but admire how unwavering he was, making their bond seem unbreakable. To be honest, what Papoose did seemed almost like a fairy tale in Hollywood, where loyalty is rarer than a corn every other week. However, Papoose remained steadfast like a rock, demonstrating his devotion to Remy in a way that made him a legend in the entertainment industry. At least, that's what we believed, because Remy is now claiming that he cheated on her while she was incarcerated. When Remy eventually left those prison gates, Papoose was there, arms wide open, ready to assist her in adjusting to life outside of them. They didn't just get by during those years apart. By 2018, they were celebrating the birth of their daughter, reminiscing about how Remy already had a son from a previous relationship and Papoose had 3 children of his own. But they blended their families together beautifully, demonstrating that their bond was strong. Or so we all believed, but by 2023, rumors began to circulate that their marriage was on the verge of collapse. The unshakable love story began to look a lot more shaky after Remy was accused of cheating with rapper Eazy the Block Captain. However, the drama didn't end there. It swiftly escalated into a full-fledged physical altercation, with Papoose running into Eazy at an industry event. Things heated up quickly, and Papoose wasn't going to let anything go. He allegedly knocked Eazy out cold without hesitation. In the heat of the moment, he grabbed the microphone and dropped a bombshell that had everyone on the floor in shock. He accused Remy of cheating on Papa with ease, which escalated the situation to a new level of chaos. If you've ever watched a rap battle, you know that it's straight-up warfare with words, no holds barred, word to your mother, and Gotti wasn't back either.
I don't give a fuck if you this, just till you stop screwing the business. If found out you was in the help, that could really ruin your image. We're talking Barack and Michelle, Pap and Rim. Us, y'all the poster child symbol for black love.
And Gotti's delivery of that bombshell gave the impression that everything was an open secret, as if everyone had been discussing the drama in whispers for a minute. However, Gotti didn't simply make the accusation and stop there. Oh no, after he had been faithful to her for all those years, he went in and tore into Remy, dragging her through the mud for cheating on Bialou. He made it plain that, in his opinion, she had betrayed the guy who had held her down through thick and thin, and the crowd went crazy because it wasn't just an accusation. It was a verbal takeover.
I don't give a fuck if you this, just till you stop screwing the business. If found out you was in the help, that could really ruin your image. We're talking Barack and Michelle, Pap and Rim. Us, y'all the poster child symbol for black love.
However, the startling aspect of all of this is that E has essentially validated the claims without even attempting to refute them.
He showed his admiration and tell the world how he think his woman the greatest. That nigga held you down in prison for 6 years.
After all those years of devotion, it turns out that Papoose wasn't going to sit around him while he suffered through heartbreak. Rumor has it that he called it quits on Remy because of her infidelity, and Papoose swiftly moved on and took a new girlfriend. the world-class boxer Claressa Shields, instead of becoming embroiled in the mess. At first, Remy seemed to be calm and unconcerned and completely over the problem. But now is when the tea time begins, because rumor has it that Remy is not handling Papoose's new relationship well and that it is becoming serious. People claim that she is losing her mind, throwing shade, and acting recklessly when it comes to defending her rights. She has even been implying that she is prepared to throw hands. When the time comes,
Strongly in recent times, you're really not ready for this work. She said it's natural. She don't have to. It's not even like talking about fighting. Sometimes people be needing hands put on them. And I love boxing. It's one of my favorite sports.
Now we assumed she would stop there, but a few days ago, she went off on Papo and Claressa on Instagram, sharing a text message that Claressa had sent him that read, "You take responsibility. You are the one who was married. If you can't at least sleep on the phone with me or be with me in person, the fact that you made it home shouldn't be a big deal." Papa's stupid self fell asleep on the phone with Claressa Shields lying in my house, refusing to leave this bee who should be a world champion boxer. It sounded like she was asking Papoose to be upfront with her and Remy about clowning her forward writing. You fell asleep in the Sprinter, so it was safe to communicate. She got scared and hung up as soon as she heard my voice. Now I'm revealing everything. I'm sorry, but she didn't stop there. She also wrote a story about this woman named Claressa Shields. For too long, a publicity team has been spreading false information about me to make me look bad and him like God's gift. A bad pap should have released something to stop the story, but he kept telling me to keep quiet because that's the best thing to do. Think to do well, I'm exhausted, and he said he would never F you because you're ugly. But don't worry, I saw everything, and now the world will see it because you're such a tough boo. However, she didn't stop there, because this New Yorker revealed that Claressa was really upset when she learned that Remy had exposed her online, blowing up Papoose's phone with phrases like, "I know. You hate playing online games, but you have to do something about this girl today. My PR team will be furious when they see this, so I can't be up here exposing her and everything before the movie comes out on December 25. You have your other phone, but don't worry, I'm not worried about anything," she said. Now for some background, put her in her story. On the 25th, Claressa will release a film about her coming out because I said that since she is a professional boxer, she shouldn't be made public for dating a man who is still legally married, especially since Remy has been sharing details of her private life. For example, she wrote, "You were a dummy, Miss Shells. He followed your advice, but not before I took a screenshot of your conversation, and he was getting me arrested." This woman had never cheated on him in 17 years. He was holding me down sidebar as he was planning to try to destroy me with one of his chicks, the same woman who could have used my platform to expose you. He was about to say that he wrote my rhymes. So imagine that if anything private leaks about me, it's him because he threatened that too, but Remy continued to leak more texts, where it appeared that Claressa was pleading with Papoose for the bare minimum, saying, "I'm not happy, but all right, I'm going to stop because I don't want to stress you out any more than you already are. I'm just tired of talking and you not hearing me, so I can't thank you for your, but that's always the best course of action. Won't say anything more. I request presents. I'm tripping and I'm expressing that I enjoy flowers and that I want time to myself. I'm tripping and I'm just lying here feeling foolish and I don't know how to feel. Claressa, the Remy clown, for this quote, "Hello, Miss Shields, I am a decent lady who only has one boyfriend. Just like I was a woman with one spouse, which is why Mother ERS won't just proceed and he will never buy you anything because he believes he is the prize. He is a taker rather than a giver, and I am the one with the bag. Please stop toying with me because I'm not your adversary. In fact, I am really happy, which is why your boyfriend is upset. Oh, and even though you claim to feel foolish, you also appear foolish." It appears that she was calling Papo a broy. The part where Pap finally responded to her was that, regrettably, Remy is a narcissist who chose to cheat repeatedly. Now that I've moved on, she's playing the victim, and I've asked for a divorce multiple times. She would have preferred to clout chase on social media than handle this like civilized adults, and I didn't want to do the social media foolishness for the. He went on to say, "I will never get anyone arrested again because you are lying about history that happened in front of the world. You are the one who plays with the police, lying about history that unfolded in front of the world, and IC is falsifying text messages that you claimed were from 10 years ago just to protect my 6-year-old baby who has to go to school. As you can see, I remain quiet through all this. Fabricating a story to defend adultery is narcissistic behavior. He then said, "Well, I was at home with my daughter last Christmas, and this is where Remy was now that I finally moved on. She's angry and making up lies." Narcissist. "I told her we could divorce like adults, but she refuses to do that." He was responding to the rumors that Remy had cheated on him with his friend Easy the Block Captain. "The last time I saw this chump, he was in the fetal position and everyone saw it. I knocked him out and Remy woke him up and took him home with him for 4 days. I went home with my daughter, as you can see, but she couldn't take it. I wouldn't lie and say I didn't knock this chump out because I still got her messages telling me to lie about the knockout, but who cares? Hold off on lying about it once more." Narcissistic Remy denied the claims that he abandoned their daughter on Christmas, claiming that all you do is lie to make yourself appear okay in the background no matter what I do with my baby on any significant day. "I didn't knock him out because he slept with my wife. Rather, I knocked him out because he shook my hand and then slept with my wife." She went on, "I've been asking you to leave and let's get a divorce quietly for years now, but you said this is the only way you're leaving with a public blow-up. You know I'm not the social media type, and you use that same way you use the morals I have due to my upbringing and so-called gang the girl image against me filming." She also mentioned that she had a gambling problem and that Tread had tried to pressure her for money to have a smooth divorce. My stupid self was telling them, "Don't say anything about the real you. You do anything to keep the black love image I helped build for you." I was saying things like, "Oh, Remy Ma, I'm going to call the police for help. You're a snitch, you're a rat. Call your brothers called Joe. You were okay with the lies being told about me, including how many friends and family members I had." She also said that he was jealous of her success and how he supported other rappers, saying, "You hated that I started a battle rap league, and I was mad I was helping other rappers over you. You literally said you were going to try to destroy it. Family and mine have been purposefully made uncomfortable and pushed away. I'm so sick of the fake knockout story. Everyone knew what they heard, not what they saw, and you insisted that it would go away. But in reality, you entered and exited like a thief in the night wearing a mask, and my security guard knew you because he knew you were leaving. You also contributed to the spread of a false narrative by feeding battle rappers in my company's stories and purchasing information, and you forced me to attend the awards with you. Act as if nothing was wrong because you were jealous of me receiving wonderful treatment. Like, whoa, things went really serious from here because she accused Papoose of assaulting her and being aggressive, and she wrote a play with the police about it. Because you were at the garage when the workers filmed the police, you forgot that the pool's renovation was never completed, Pap. To remove you from me, I'm not Ed. It's the audio and video that keep lying to you all. This has been a hot mess, and I'm not even sure if I want to be in the chat anymore because it seems like their marriage has been in crisis for a while, despite the fact that they have long maintained the public image of being the ideal black couple. I won't lie, they had. Everyone is full of their activities, but you can only keep it up for so long before it falls apart. Remy then published screenshots of Clarissa in her DMs and commented, "Here's Papo's weirdo girlfriend wishing me Happy New Year's," revealing that she and Clarissa had been friendly before Clarissa began flirting with Pat. After a few days, this woman was really assaulting me for. This is ridiculous advice on how to flaunt her figure. I made a monster by complimenting you when I knew it was correct and being silent when I knew the truth. You feel comfortable lying to these people because you believe you know what I got, and I assure you that you will regret it. At this point, Clarissa was fed up with being substituted, so she responded bluntly, "I can't. Think that a 45-year-old woman is acting like this clown. I'm not your enemy, but behavior, let me clap back. I'm not 45 yet, but you're 29, and I'll just say that you're not aging like wine again. Tell your boyfriend to buy you some flowers and gifts, and he didn't answer his phone because he was with his Cali girl this week, not because she already tried to expose Pat." Betraying Clarissa, but Clarissa exposed GI for fabricating the text to get into trouble, saying, "You're not a bee, you can bully. You're bitter and mad, and you're making yourself look stupid. Just stop it." She didn't challenge Remy to a fight, stating that Clarissa Shields versus Remy Ma February 2nd is not the first cup, but it's still February, so get your ass whooped and crash out. When a second date finally arrived, Remy declined to engage Clarissa in a fight, which is understandable given that Remy is a fierce woman. I have to give it to her. But Clarissa, a professionally trained boxer who also participates in mixed martial arts, would have wiped the floor with Remy's behind. Additionally, for someone who says she is done with P, she appears to be quite fixated on keeping up with their relationship. To put it mildly, she is not happy with the engagement rumors that are circulating. Her relationship with the captain of Easy of the Block is also not going well, and there are rumors that he is already cheating on her with other women, which shouldn't come as a surprise since you lose them how you get them. Additionally, it is alleged that Papoose is already shopping, searching for a ring, but in the interim, he has not hesitated to display his new boo. Additionally, Clarissa has been forthright about her partner and stated that she is prepared to become his wife.
Yeah, that's why I said I love him. I love having his support, you know what I'm saying? His support is like very, very different from what I've had in the past, and how he speaks to me and stuff is very different. There you go. We deserve each other. But I don't know, it's kind of one of those things I was like, I want to keep him all to myself. I didn't really,
Yo, Remy is probably...
I gotta know what you guys think about the scenario, but I'm sure Remy is crying and throwing up since she admitted and had a reason for thinking about how she messed up with Papo. Leave a comment below with your ideas and then watch this following video.